Hey everybody, it is nostalgia time once again, and we are finally returning to the massive series of Acer computers. So, in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at several different Acers from various time periods. The Acer Aspire 4150, which I believe came with XP, the Acer Aspire AX1700 U3700A, which actually shipped with Windows Vista, the Aspire 1 532H, which shipped with Windows 7 Starter, the Acer Aspire 7745, which shipped with Windows 7 Home Premium, the Acer V5 531, which actually shipped with the core edition of the original Windows 8, and the Acer E3 112, different than that other Acer we took a look at back in episode 34, which also shipped with the updated Windows 8.1, which was manufactured in 2014. So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and start up these 6 machines, and we are going to begin the installation. So there's 2 I have to start up through the console. Alright, there we go. We got all 6 running. I see one is doing network boot already. That's not good. Maybe I put the wrong disk in. Maybe I put the wrong disk in while I was setting this up. I'm seeing which of these are bootable. Alright, looks like that might be the bootable CD. But meanwhile, yep, that is the bootable CD. Okay, so now we're getting there. So now we'll head over to the Aspire 4150 while all the others get started. And of course, we get that Acer system error, but like we've seen in previous episodes, we can type the directory and we can open the restore program. It's actually an automated script that runs on boot that checks the hardware and then runs Symantec Ghost automatically. So, because we're doing it on a virtual machine, we'll have to start it manually. But I do want to make sure that you all can see all of them. So, before we go any further, now that we are in Symantec Ghost, we're going to open up the first disk. So, I did put in disk 1. That should be disk 1. And yep, there we go. Recovery CD1. I guess on the archive page where I got this from, the order was flipped. And now when we scan for images, there is our image. So everything is good. We're good as it is. We'll hit Y for yes, and now the restore begins. We got 1 off and running. Now on the AX, this was actually a Windows Vista desktop system. So we're going to go ahead and restore this machine now. It doesn't have a label or size because this is a brand new hard drive. So now that the hard drive is blank, the restore is now underway. And now both of the Windows 7 machines are now entering their restore programs. So we're going to continue on in English. We want to entirely restore the operating system. Start. So now every Acer is now in its recovery program. There we go. This one has detected the hard disk, and that is now off and running. We're going to restore the entirety of Windows 8. And this one has detected the hard drive, and now that one, the 7745, is now off and running. And now the 531 is off and running. The XP one is chugging along quite well, I can tell. There we go. There's the partition size. And now all the restores are off and running. Now I need to get disk 1 put in. And now all the restores are off and running. And it looks like we have a winner. I figured it would be XP that would make it first. Yeah, and I made an error on the kind of brand or model. So yeah, this is the Travelmate 4150, not the Aspire. I think that's the first mistake I've made, especially on these Acers. So while the out-of-box experience loads, let's take a look at the rest of them, see how the rest are going. The E3 is at 18 in copying files. The 531 is at the same point. And the AX is at 29. And let's see, the 532 is at 29. And the 7745 is at 21. So there it is. Thank you for purchasing this computer from Acer. We'll accept these settings. Central time zone. This is XP Home Edition. Did it just say professional? Let me go back. Yeah, I guess this is XP Professional. We'll find out as we continue. We'll skip the computer name. Yep, this is XP Professional because it's asking for administrator passwords, domains, and that stuff. So yeah, there were, I believe, 2 specific editions of the Travelmate. The Travelmate that I have is again, the 2600, which we took a look at earlier in the series. That was one of the Home Edition models. That was one of the models that came with XP Home Edition. This is one of the many TravelMate models that actually come with XP Professional, the professional version, which again comes with business essentials. So now we'll let it log into the desktop for the first time. So there's the TravelMate background again. So it seems like these Acers boot much faster than the HP does, which takes forever to boot. I mean, let me be honest. Yeah, it takes forever to boot up because of how much stuff is on there. There's Norton, there's the HP stuff and everything. Yeah, compared that to how simple Acer made all this stuff back in the day. But pretty much all these programs are just like what we've seen before. Adobe Reader 6 from those e-machines, the Norton Antivirus, Acer's Custom Power DVD, NTI DVD Maker 7, the Realtek Sound Manager, the Print Me driver, Backup Now 4, yeah, there's Acer's Custom Power DVD, the Acer Guide, and that's really it. That's really all this has got. So we'll cancel on all this stuff. So yeah, that's really what these Acers came with. Alright, so the TravelMate 4150 is the winner. Now we're waiting for the others to finish. Acer branded Vista Home Premium. This is Service Pack 1. There's the agreement from Acer. Just do my usual name. We'll do AX1700. And this is a background I think I've seen before. This one I have. This one we have as well. We're going to do this one. Why not? Use recommended settings. Even though they don't work. Move that an hour ahead. And there's the McAfee offer right after the thank you. So we'll go ahead and let it assess the system performance. And here we are at the desktop. Your machine is not fully protected. Click here to update Norton. See, it even comes with a TV tuner driver, which, as I've mentioned, you can put in an antenna and you can use it to watch live TV. You must complete the McAfee. Yeah, I'll skip that registration. So yeah, there we go. It's detected all the specs. And here's an updated Empowering Technologies toolbar up at the top. And we'll take a look at the system properties and show you that this is Vista Home Premium Service Pack 1. And of course, the OEM key. It says status not available, but it's going to eventually say automatic activation. Now this encrypt, decrypt, and OpenPSD, this is actually that security tool we saw in a previous episode. So the Acer Store shortcut on the desktop does as you'd expect. It opens up the Acer Store, which of course is where you go and purchase accessories for your Acer machine. It also comes with Adobe Reader 8, version 8. It has PowerPoint Viewer 2003, Works Task Launcher. It's got Works on here too. And it's also got NTI DVD Maker, well, Media Maker, version 8. NTI Backup Now, version 5. There's the entirety of Microsoft Works. There's McAfee. There's the 60-day trial of Office 2007. And it doesn't include any special games in this section. There's the usual stuff in Vista. The Esabi, we know that's a news program. This is the small form factor series of Acers. But yeah, here's all the other games it comes with. So here's the complete list. I've mentioned all these games many, many times. And it also has Acer Arcade Live, which is just like Windows Media Center. And I suppose this is a getting started guide for Microsoft Works. But yeah, that getting started tool opens Works. So apparently they integrated Acer Arcade into Windows Media Center. Or did I request it to open Media Center? But yeah, Acer Arcade is just like Windows Media Center, and it's entirely independent from the Media Center program itself. We could set up streaming of live TV and all that nature, but it says no tuner hardware is detected. Yeah, there was the error that was supposed to come up before it was executed. But let's see if it comes with any other custom backgrounds or anything else. So, but those are the 3 backgrounds we saw earlier. Here's the custom screensaver from Acer, and it looks just like the one that we saw in that Russian laptop copy a while back. So this is about that eye care thing, as they call it. So nothing too special about this one because we've seen this one already. So, but yeah, that's really all there is to see for this copy of Vista. But I'll wait and see if there's any more, and if the remaining ones are going to be drivers, then, well, either way, that's going to be it for this copy of Windows Vista. So we're going to go ahead and turn it off. So now we just wait on the remaining 4. Alrighty. The 7745 is done. It's now at its out of box experience. I gotta. Let's call this one Aspire 77. Not 7445, 7745, because that's the model. This is 7 Home Premium RTM with absolutely no service packs. We'll use recommended settings. Set this to Central Time and put in the right time zone. This is on a home network. And now this thing will be at the desktop. There is the registration card. Sure, go ahead and activate. McAfee, Norton, whatever it is. There's the Aspire series laptop. This is actually what the laptop looked like when it was manufactured. And we're going to see what else this thing comes with. So it's got McAfee, and it has Norton as well. It's got NTI Media Maker version 8, which of course has custom Acer branding on it. And take a look at what else it comes with. It also has the installer for Skype that we've been seeing on many installations. That's to the complete suite. Here's Backup Now 5. This is the WinLocker initialization. And this is about McAfee getting set up. And I see Intel's Turbo Boost monitor is also getting installed. See, it's running some commands in the background. And I can see we also have some custom gadgets, including that Turbo Boost monitor and the WinLocker. We have both of those custom gadgets. There's the Acers Recovery Backup Manager, and here's all the games it comes with. I've always been wondering what this spin-and-win was. I'll have to take a look. But yeah, we'll take a good look at that. And there's Isabi from Vista. And this is the complete list of all the games that are included, including the ones from Windows 7. And if we go to the system properties, there it is. 7 Home Premium RTM, no service packs. We're having trouble activation. Later, or try again whenever you choose. But yeah, I want to see what this is about, what this spin and win game is about. So let's take a look at it. Because I want to see what this game is about. And I see it's got some Arcade Lab entries by default. Click the spin button. Try your luck in Cherry Triple. You have 5 plays. Oh, so this is like a combination of mini games and stuff. So I suppose you get 20 spins each. Memory game. So this is like, oh, is that it? All you had to find was a match? Yeah, so this is... So this has combinations of... So this actually has a series of mini games built into it. So yeah, let's actually play around with this and see what it's about. But meanwhile, the other restores are going along quite well. The other Aspire is about done. It's halfway through the final stage. The V531 and the other one is struggling. Oh, that must be the... What is it installing now? Yeah, let me try and close that McAfee thing. There we go. Now we can continue the game. Yeah, all it is you just spin a wheel and you'll play a series of mini games along the way. So that's really all it's about. So that's what this thing's about. Pick a number. Do you feel lucky? Pick a number between 1 and 16 and see if you can find the golden star. Plus an extra spin. This is trivia. Yeah, so if you answer the question correctly, you are in the credits. Two times multiplier. And the 2 times multiplier is applied to the last amount of credits won. Well, to whatever was won next, actually. And then, of course, the memory board starts all over again. behind the spades. I actually like what they deeply integrated into this game. This is the horse game. I suppose it's pick the horse you think is gonna win the race. And I suppose there's more credit prizes the further up the horse goes on the leaderboard. So that's interesting what this game is. Yeah, if the horse comes in last, you don't get anything. So yeah, 2,000 credits for a correct answer. So now we're down to 3 more spins. And this is the final spin. So I suppose it's 5 plays each. No more spins. Thank you for playing. You got a new high score. I'll just do A. Why not? And is that it? Yeah, there we go. You've earned a consolation prize. Click on the prize wheel. What's the marathon mode? Yeah, let's see what the marathon mode is. Oh yikes, this is 100 spins. How many are in the fortune mode? I'm not sure how many spins you get on the fortune mode. I think you just go as much as you can. Probably. But yeah, that's interesting what this little game is. I really enjoy that one. So yeah, that's what the game is. I think I wanted to check that out one time, but we never got as far as that. So it starts out with the Acer logo, and then it just shows the pictures. And I think at this point we'll catch a glimpse of some of the other Acer photos that are included, like this one here. And then this is another one with the Dolby Home Theater sticker, and then it just repeats. So that's a neat screensaver. These are the exact same wallpapers that we saw in the screensaver. So yeah, this is a really interesting installation. I know that cleanup's going to take forever. So yeah, that's really it. That's really what this Acer Aspire 7700 series computer comes with. So let's try to hit cancel. Nope, I guess once the process has already started, that's it. All right, so here we go. We are down to actually five. Actually, now we're down to three because the Aspire 532H is done, and now it's ready to boot to the next portion of setup. So we'll wait for that and the two Windows 8 computers to finish their restores. The 532H is done. This is Windows 7 Starter, which of course only has a 32-bit edition. And of course, because this is Russian, I gotta switch it to English. And change the computer name to Spire 532H. Why not? Yeah, we'll skip the password. And this is RTM with no service packs. We use recommended settings, keep the time zone as it is. And now to the desktop. And there is that registration card again. We'll just go ahead and activate Norton, because why not? And since this is Windows 7 Starter, we do not get any custom backgrounds, and I believe we do not get any custom screensavers at all either. So we are just limited to this background. Meanwhile, I'm getting disk 3 inside the other Windows 8 VM, as they both near completion. Here goes that Acer tool, which is in English. So we'll go to personalization. And yes, the only options we get are screen resolution. So no screensavers and no custom backgrounds. That is what we are limited to on 7 Starter. So let's take a look at what else see what else this thing comes with by default. It's got Adobe Reader 9. Here's all the typical Windows 7 accessories and maintenance tools. Here's all the games it comes with. And then there's that Merriam-Webster Spell Jam, which we tried out on the Ferrari 200 several episodes ago. This Farm Frenzy, I don't think we tried this one yet. But yeah, I don't even want to know what that is because it is what it is. And there's the usual Acer stuff. These are all the folders for all the games that it comes with. There's the user's guide. There's that WinLocker, the Esabi News, McAfee, and it comes with the 60-day trial of Office 2007. Because 2010 was not available at the time, because this operating system was new when this computer was released. So, and I will open up the system properties and show you that this is Windows 7 Starter RTM with absolutely no service packs. We can upgrade to a different edition of Windows 7. But I want to see if I can run Anytime Upgrade on this Russian copy of Windows 7 Starter, and I want to see if I can upgrade it to Professional using a Windows 7 Professional product key in English. Again, this is Windows 7 Starter Russian, and I have several legitimate Windows 7 product keys lying around. This one I have is for the Professional Edition. We're going to switch the product, we're going to switch it to English. But I wonder if this Russian copy will be able to take this key. Let's see. It actually accepted the product key, because this is a Russian copy of Windows 7, and the product key I have is for an English copy of Windows 7 Professional. Just amazing. But for the purposes of this, we are going to cancel the Anytime Upgrade. Did I just tell it to start? Did I just tell it to start the upgrade to 7 Professional? Yeah, it's probably going to come with Live Movie Maker and all that stuff. Doesn't matter. We're done with this copy of Windows anyway. But yeah, I was kind of curious to see if I could upgrade a Russian copy of 7 Starter to Windows 7 Professional, and then therefore it would be in English. Well, I'm not going to see it all the way, but it was kind of good to know. So, that leaves us then with the 2 copies of Windows 8. Windows 8 Core and the updated 8.1. So we're going to wait for these 2 to complete, and then we'll take a look at both of them, and that will be it. So here we finally are. Hours later, we are at the out-of-box experience on both Windows 8 and 8.1. And I can already tell that this defaults to the UK, but I'm going to change everything here to the United States and put this 8.1 in Central Time. And I can already tell the differences between the two. On Windows 8 it said saving your settings, but on here it said applying your settings. And even though I set this to English US, it still mentions everything in UK. These are the license terms for Windows 8. And this comes with Windows 8.1 single language with Bing. It says I accept, and this just says accept. And that's Acers registration card. So we'll personalize this copy of 8. We'll give it the default purple. Which one is the default? No, that's not the default. That's the default purple. And this is as well. We'll name this V5531, not 21, 31. And here we'll name it E3112. And these are the express settings. We'll just hit use. And on Windows 8, we can use an email address as a Microsoft account to sign in. But here on Windows 8.1, we do not get an option to cancel this process. Although actually, I believe Windows 8 sometimes does the exact same thing. So on the left here is Windows 8, on the right is Windows 8.1. So it looks like we don't get an option. We can hit go back, but we can actually get around this. So I can remove the network adapter, click use express settings, and there we go. Now we have the local account. We can now reconnect to the internet, and we can just hit Microsoft account or local account. We'll log in as a local account. And now I'll just put my name in both machines. And we'll continue right after your computer restarts. And this says finalizing your settings. So it says Hi, we're setting things up for you. That indicates that that is definitely Windows 8.1. On the left, you can see Windows 8 is restarting because it has to go through some final steps before we reach the desktop for the first time. We've already caught a glimpse of the desktop while these two were going through system preparation. All right, here we go. So it says, hi, while we're getting things ready, check out the new way to use Windows, or take a look at the new way to use Windows. And then it shows how you move your mouse into the corner of the screen to show the Charms menu, the Charms bar, which actually was short-lived, as Windows 8 was a definite failure, the original Windows 8, but then Microsoft improved upon it and made some slight changes to the UI with Windows 8.1, which actually was a much better success. However, it still did not meet their expectations, and I can tell the differences already. Is on the left here, it says, we're getting your PC ready, this will take a few minutes. And on 8.1 it says, you can get new apps from the store, and it says installing your apps, and then eventually it'll say, don't turn off your PC. Now, it had actually been stuck at the almost ready stage when we took a look at another Acer a while back. But I could actually get around it by pressing Ctrl-Alt-Delete to open up the security options menu, and then I would eventually see the desktop after that. But of course, these two both cycle through all of the colors, sort of in a slow color hue pattern. And then Windows 8 says installing apps, while 8.1 mentions it at the bottom where don't turn off your PC is right now. A lot of these text blurbs would actually be changed for Windows 10. However, the colors only cycle through blue, and it doesn't cycle through any other color, unlike Windows 8. On Windows 11, it just does a lovely animation, and that's really about it. So there are still many traces of Windows 8 in these future versions of Windows. So now it says getting your apps ready. And on Windows 8 it says please don't turn your PC off. So there's a ton of wording differences right away between the two releases of Windows 8. And there we go. 8.1 says, let's start. And there is the desktop. This is the same Acer wallpaper that we saw on that last Windows 8 Acer. It comes with Windows 8.1 single language with Bing, which I don't think I've ever heard of a single language edition of 8.1. But it's the same thing as before. We'll take a look at the start screen. You can see how jam-packed it is. That is an absolutely jam-packed start screen. Well, not as much as the other one was. So let's take a look at what apps come with this copy of Windows. So if it'll let me get back to the desktop here. Alright, so let's take a look at each of them. Looks like the Acer portal is already starting. The Booking.com and this buy online thing go to individual websites. The Booking.com link, of course, redirects you to the actual Booking.com website. And this buy online thing is, of course, where you go and purchase accessories for your Acer computer. And this explains about the Acer portal. You have to log in with an Acer ID, which was actually new at the time, because I don't think they actually had that kind of support on those previous Acers we saw, XP, Vista, and 7. So let's look at AB Docs. I'm guessing this is a file transfer tool, this is actually about as similar to the other ones that we saw earlier. In fact, I think both actually require Acer IDs. We've also got CyberLink Photo Director 3 and CyberLink Power Director. In fact, it's got Power Director 10. I suppose this is a full version of it. And you can see there's already an update available for 2024 along with artificial intelligence. And that is their registration card. And Windows 8 just went black. I suppose it's still trying to set up. Yeah, these are all of the sample photos that it comes with, but essentially Power Director is what you think it is. It's a video editor. And CyberLink Photo Director version 3 should be nothing different. I like how McAfee just goes over the black screen. So now we got both Acers at their desktops. And the other Acer is now there as well. So there it is, Windows 8, build 9200. I like how that loading circle just goes haywire when it loads. But yeah, Photo Director is actually essentially similar to it's essentially similar to Photoshop. You could essentially just create slideshows and everything like that. And this also has Dropbox as well, which of course redirects you to the Dropbox online storage website. And I don't think I've seen this in that other copy. This is actually Faucet Phantom PDF Express. This here is an advertisement about the business edition of the program. But essentially it's what it is. It's essentially a PDF reader, PDF opener, and program. And then just clicking the help and support shortcut opens up the help and support page with Acer branding, just like Windows 7. And it's also got its own music, photos. So it's actually got its own music program. And here's that custom start menu that we saw in that other one. You could essentially put apps on this start menu, and of course here you would use this to shut down and restart your computer. So I suppose this here is an alternative to the Windows 8 start screen. And there's Acer's quick access tool with that boot to desktop option. And then Spotify. And essentially the Photos app is what it is. So we'll take a look elsewhere. So there's that Zinio reader, and it's got Office as well. So I suppose this is Office 2013 that it has. Yeah, essentially these are photos. That's essentially Acer's custom photo and video tool. And there's the McAfee portal. So, Movie Moments. I don't think I've seen this one yet. So essentially it's what it is. I believe it's another movie editor that Acer included. And then Evernote, which of course is a notebook. However, you have to create an account in order to use it. And then this is Acer Explorer. Let's see what this has to offer for us. Meanwhile, the V531 is at its desktop. However, it hasn't loaded entirely. But we can actually now access the start screen. We can see the boatload of games that it bundled with. And there we go. There's the desktop. So, yeah, that's essentially this installation of Windows 8. It's also got this Kindle app, which of course Kindle is essentially it's an ebook reader. So yeah, that's actually a look at this Acer. So confirm, and I suppose if we click confirm, there we go, it just sends the shutdown command. I actually find that alternative start application very useful, especially for those who don't like the Metro UI, which I'm sure it was many of them. So let's take a look at this copy of Windows 8 and see what it's got. And I can see it's got some similar programs. So it has Netflix, which of course redirects to there. Of course, it doesn't work anymore. And again, we know what the Spy Online thing is. And this is the Wild Tanget portal. It's also got Norton Online Security. It has that help and support thing, which I believe opens that same panel that we saw on Windows 8.1. Yep, just as I figured, it opens Acer's custom tool. It looks like we have an Acer power button. I'll have to but I'll actually save that for last because I'm not sure what that's going to do. And these are the games that are included, including Bejeweled 3 and some of these other ones. So yeah, that's actually what it comes with by default. We'll take a look at these two. And while those open, let's take a look at the start screen now and see what it's got. So let's see, it's got the trial of Microsoft Office 2013. Here's the Acer Explorer. As we saw earlier, it will probably be that same exact version that we saw. Yeah, while we wait for that to load, we're going to go browsing elsewhere. So it actually has Cut the Rope installed. And what's this game? Treasures of Montezuma 3. Crystal Eye, which again is that camera alternative, I believe. We'll take a look at that. Social Jogger. I suppose this is like Acer's messaging tool or something. And we know what this is already. We know what this is. 7 Digital. Sorry, an error has occurred. Please try again. Well, it's probably because the servers are offline. We probably shut them down. And they've been offline for a long time. And TuneIn is really just a radio app. That's really what it is. So that should be no introduction. Skype obviously should be nothing different. WeatherBug is essentially a weather app. News Expresso is like that. Newspaper Magazine. Spotify, I believe, opens that desktop app. Yeah, it just opens that desktop app. Acer Cloud, I believe, does the same thing. So essentially, you just log in with your Acer ID and you can see everything on the cloud and everything. Now, Music Maker Jam, I don't think I've seen this one. So I think this is like sort of a competitor to Apple's GarageBand. Yeah, this is what TuneIn is, and it looks like it's got some stations already on here by default. I guess it's searching either by local or it's going by national. I suppose it's going by national and worldwide. Welcome to Social Jogger. Yeah, you just you just essentially connect it with your social media service, and that's that. So yeah, that's really what that is. It's just like GarageBand. And apparently it's already playing in the background. I suppose that's a sample. And it just plays it on loop. Okay. So, yeah, that's essentially it. That is what this copy of Windows 8 is. So, that's going to do it then for that. But one last thing, I want to see what this power button is. Yeah, so apparently this Acer power button thing essentially is additional options. And then here you can set the power button actions you want. So you have the option to lock the machine, you can put it to sleep, you can hibernate it, restart it, or turn it off. So that's interesting that Acer included that in this copy of Windows, especially considering that many people don't like Windows 8 and have already criticized it. So I'm glad that Acer was responding to the controversy with this. So with that said, that is going to do it for this episode. And we are going to be taking a look at several more Acer installations, as I believe we are halfway through all the Acers from the 2000s time period. So, until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.